channel. I'm filming like a spend the day with me because I don't know, I wanted to just take you guys along through my day. I don't have that much going on. It is Sunday, it's cold, but so far I woke up, had coffee, finished a book, started another book, and then I started making pancakes. My husband woke up, we enjoyed pancakes. Now my curling iron is heating up because I think I'm gonna curl my hair, which is so annoying because as soon as I walked into the bathroom I was like, oh, I like my hair straight, already making up my mind that I was gonna curl it. So of course that would happen, but I'm so thirsty. I'm gonna drink one of two left of my Classic Cola by Poppy. Oh, they sent me this a while ago and I'm dwindling down my collection, so this one is my favorite. I threw on this expensive and difficult t-shirt, which is ironic because I thrifted it, so it was like $2, I think. I don't know if I'm gonna wear it for the rest of the day, but I'm also wearing leggings. I'm in my basement right now. You're sitting on my bar. I have a bar in my basement. We fixed it up. My husband worked really hard on it, and my cat also stays down here. Our office and gym is down here, like a little living area, pool table. We really need to spend more time in our basement, so I might spend a little bit of time today cleaning that. And then at 1 p.m. we're gonna go see Interstellar in theaters. It's like an anniversary or something, and I've never seen it, and I prefer the movie theater experience. So we're gonna go see that, and it's one of Joe's favorites. He loves anything to do with space. But yeah, gonna curl my hair. There is my sweet, sweet girl. Hello. Hello. I love you. Joe went to World Market to get something for the basement, and so I honestly did not want to go because that's like in the car for about an hour the whole trip. I don't feel like spending my Sunday in the car, but last night I got a package and it was a book package. I love when I get book packages, so I wanted to show you. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet, but I got a package of the book Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera. And not only did it come with the book, which comes out in March, but it came with the mug. Listen for the Lie must have something to do with the book. And then inside of the mug was a brownie. I ate the brownie last night and it was quite good, but I saved the wrapper because I assumed it had like something cute to do with the book. But I love that. They also gave me like a way to listen to the audiobook, so I'm very excited about that. I made a matcha, but it doesn't taste that good because I don't know, it is made with regular 2% milk and I can taste that, and it's just not the matcha vibe that I want. But I think Joe's picking me up some almond milk on the way home. We have a grocery pickup at 5. I think the matcha's there, but the milk that I used could be better. And also, I don't know if I said this already, but I started reading Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter per the recommendation of my C-Star. So far it's cute. I asked on my Instagram to ask me questions so that I can get ready and chat with you guys in this video. And I don't know if anybody's gonna respond to it. I figured when I sit down and I'm ready to do my makeup, I'll open it to see if anybody actually left me questions to answer, because that's so awkward if nobody did. But yeah, I'm still finding my footing in filming and like what to film, but I am still loving it. This matcha could be better. But we're seeing a movie in 2 hours. And I have no idea what we're gonna have for lunch. I'm tired. Hope this matcha, although it doesn't taste how it's supposed to, hopefully it actually works. Okay, I changed into this sweatshirt, and since we're just going to see a movie, I believe, I'm pretty sure that's all we're gonna do today. I'm not gonna put that much makeup on, just a little to make me feel like a bad little bee. And I did ask on Instagram for some questions. I have no idea if anybody responded to it, so we're gonna check together so that I'm not alone when I'm checking to see if anybody asked me questions. Here is the post. Go follow me on Instagram. But I posted, if I were to film a Q&A on YouTube, what would you ask me / what would we chat about? So let's see. It got 700 views. Okay. All right. I'm good with that. I'm very thankful for that. So I'm going to start with the first one, which says, what is one movie or book everyone should watch or read? Whew. As far as a book or a movie that everyone should watch or read, I feel like I have to say my favorite and say A Time Traveler's Wife. The movie and the book are phenomenal. Honestly, the movie is not as good as the book, but that is probably one of my favorite books, and since it has a movie to go along with it, I'm gonna say that one. Do a bangs tutorial. You're making me wet bangs again, but I worry about styling. Girl, that is a huge thing and a huge commitment when you have forehead bangs. The way I style mine is I change every day. Like sometimes I'll be like, ooh, they're too long, and I'll just like cut them myself. A lot of times I straighten them and then curl them under. I feel like I've filmed that on TikTok before. But yeah, I just like take an iron, put them in there and curl it ever so slightly, let them cool, like no hairspray or anything. I let them cool and then they kind of just are sitting flat on my forehead. Would you ever quit your 9-to-5 job if you had the opportunity to do social media full-time? Absolutely not. I feel like my full-time job is one of the reasons why I like filming so much. And also, like, I really love my job. Even when I'm home for like 4 days in a row, like if we have a 4-day weekend like we did with the holidays and stuff, I miss it. Like, I miss my coworkers, I miss my students, I miss our interaction, I miss getting to wear super cute outfits to the office, I miss my office, which I'm very lucky and thankful that I even have. I don't know, I just feel like I have a lot of purpose at my job and I feel like I'm really making a difference. I have only worked with 2 like bigger brands, and it wasn't hard, but it definitely made me respect full-time influencers a lot. It was really hard for me to do both of those campaigns while working, but it was so much fun. But it is something I don't think full-time influencers are given a lot of credit. I feel like they work so hard. To answer the question, no, I do not see myself ever quitting my job to do full-time influencing. Like, if I get fired tomorrow, which, oh my god, I would cry and be so depressed if that happened, but if I got fired tomorrow, I would try to do influencing full-time just because it's something that I'm already doing and I really love it as well. But as far as like this or that between my job or influencing, it's my job. Another question is book recommendations. Ooh, I feel like every year I have a top 10. So I guess, like, I just finished The Hook Shot by Kennedy Ryan and it was really good. I'm also reading Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter, per my sister's recommendation, like I said earlier. And it is also really good. I love Lynn Painter. I love Kennedy Ryan. I love Christina Lauren. I love J.L. Hyde. I love Lucinda Berry. I love Ellen Hildebrand. I love S.A. Cosby. Who else do I love? I'm also kind of reading an Elsie Silver book. Go follow my Goodreads. That's where all my books are. Another question, do you wish to move up within the college or do you like your position? I do wish to move up. Like I said before, I am an admissions advisor and I do wish to move up in the future, and that could be sooner rather than later. It's just, I want to make sure that I am a good leader. I think every fish stinks from the head, and a bad team is due a lot of times to a bad leader. And that is something that I never want to be responsible for, is not having a good team and a good support system at work. And I never want to lose my cool on my staff. I would never want to lose the respect of my employees and my coworkers and things like that. So that's kind of like something I would want to work on and have pretty nailed down if I ever did decide to move up at work. I like that question though. Would you ever do a meet and greet? Yeah! Oh my god, I would totally do a meet and greet. Not that I think I would ever get big enough to like do a meet and greet, but I would totally do that. No, I would absolutely do a meet and greet. The people that come up to me that say they watch my videos, that makes me so, just so happy. So I can't even imagine how a meet and greet would feel. How do you come up with your outfits? Your clothes are so cute. Thank you, that is really nice. The way that I come up with my outfits is Pinterest. I will go on Pinterest, I will see outfits that I just love, and then I will try my darndest to recreate them. I'll link my Pinterest below, but that is how I do that. What is your degree in? I thankfully did not have to have a degree for my job. Someone else asked for a house tour. As of right now, I don't see myself doing a house tour, like a full-blown house tour, for safety reasons, but also because there are people in my life that I don't think have the right to see my home and my private space, and that's just not something I want out there. It's also my husband's home and like his private space, and I don't know, I just don't want to share that. But I will always share like little pockets of my home and the things that I love in my home and like areas that I spend so much time in. I would totally share those. What is my favorite book? Like ever? Can I do a top 5? My top 5 favorite books are 28 Summers by Ellen Hildebrand, Time Traveler's Wife by Audrey Neff. I don't know, I don't remember her last name. Delta County by J.L. Hyde. Appetite for Innocence by Lucinda Berry. I think that would have to be my favorite of hers. They're all so good. It was really hard to pick a favorite. As a fellow Indiana girly, how do you make the most of living in a small town? I don't like leaving the house. That's how I make the most of it. I don't know, I've always lived in this area, and so I don't know. But yeah, I don't like going places, so I feel like maybe I'm not the right person to ask. I like how small it is. Who do you like to watch on YouTube and TikTok? I love your content, by the way. Oh, thank you so much. Who do I like to watch? So many people. Like, who comes to mind are Brooke Michio, Tara Michelle, Remy Ashton, Alicia Marie, Michelle Reed. There are so many. Rachel Vin, Jenna Hong, Tessa Barclay. I refreshed it because that was all of the questions, but while I was answering them, I got a couple of more. What is your comfort book? Like a comfort read for me? I don't know why I always blank. Probably anything by Renee Carlino. Renee Carlino or Taylor Jenkins Reid, but more her backlist. Those are such comfort books for me. They're very sappy, romancy, but they're also like where the female main character kind of like finds herself and gets the romance. I don't know. What book changed your life and what is your all-time favorite book? Oh my gosh, there's so many book questions. I do want to say this. So I have decided that at the end of every month I want to post a YouTube video of just all about books. It's going to be like Brooke's Books, and it's going to have the books that I read that month, my favorite, anything that I annotated, what I want to read the next month. That way next month I can be like, did I read the books that I said that I wanted to read this month or no? So I wanted to do that at the end of every month. Look forward to that. But there are a lot of book questions, so hopefully that is good. But I'll answer that one, and then that's pretty much it. But a book that changed my life, probably Verity by Colleen Hoover. And let me say this, I like Colleen Hoover and I respect her writing. It's just not that's not what I read anymore. But I will always like hold Colleen Hoover and Verity as a special place in my heart, because that is what got me into reading. Like, she's the reason that I even started reading and that I have all of the books to begin with. Like, maybe eventually I would have found my love for reading, but yeah, that's the book that kind of happened for me. So I think she will always hold a very special place in my heart. So probably that one. If you asked me a question on my Instagram, thank you so much. That was really freaking nice, and I really appreciated it because I wanted to sit here and talk to you guys, but I didn't know like super what to say. Appreciate it. But this is pretty much all of what I'm going to be wearing today, because I'm really not doing much like at all besides leaving the house to pick up groceries and see a movie with my honey bear. I feel like I'm always doing dishes. Can you like tell me how I feel like I'm always doing dishes? I hate it. It sucks. I'm also really sad that my matcha like wasn't that good. Freaking boo. I'm really hoping that the matcha is better once I get some almond milk. I wish I had one of those like frothers, but I don't. I'm tired of buying things I don't need. I'm excited for the work week, although my boss did tell me some information that makes me not excited for the work week. So just trying to process that. Everything is going to be okay, is what I'm telling myself. I have no idea what we should eat for lunch, because I know we're gonna get popcorn and candy and Coke at the movies. I just poured out the matcha that I made, and I was complaining that it wasn't strong enough. And when I poured it out, all of the matcha was at the bottom. So like, that makes so much more sense, and I feel better about my matcha making capabilities now. We got home from the movies and we saw Interstellar, which came out 10 years ago, but they released it in theaters again. Oh my god, my sweet girl. She's so dirty. She's an outside inside cat, and she loves to be outside. But the movie that we saw tonight was so good. I had never seen Interstellar before, and it's one of Joe's favorite movies, so when I saw that it was coming out in theaters, I was like, duh, we gotta go see it. I just took off my makeup. Joe is cooking us some dinner, and I thought that I could at least answer a few more questions because I checked my Instagram and I have a few more questions on there. And I'm gonna clean up my makeup space for the week because it's kind of chaotic from last week, so I want to walk into next week a little bit more organized. So we'll answer questions and do that. How did you start putting yourself out there with content? I don't even remember. I've been on TikTok since 2021, so that's like 3 years. It's probably been 2.5 years, and I feel like I get more and more confident and more willing to share every day. So probably just exposure therapy. Like, just exposing myself to doing it so often made it a lot easier. What was your college experience like? So I went to 2 different universities for 3 years total. And the first one I went with all of my friends from high school. We all went to the same college and basically just followed each other. I had, I would say, a really good experience. I did lose my high school best friend in that experience, in that moment, in that era. But that is totally okay. that happens when you room with people that you went to high school with. So I learned that really fast, is not to room with people that you went to high school with. What was your favorite part of your wedding? I get married in 10 days. Oh my god, congratulations. My favorite part of the wedding was the reception. Being married, like the actual being married, and like seeing all of my friends and family for the first time as Joe's wife was so amazing. I really enjoyed that part. Thrift tips. I swear I go every time and I never seem to find anything. I think going with the mindset that you're going to find something is the problem. I think you should go in there hoping, you know, like not hoping, but like you should go in there with being okay if you don't find something. And then I think that helps you find things. And then also making sure to do a couple of what I call like don't tempt the thrift gods, don't get a cart as soon as you walk in, don't go in there looking for very, very, very specific things. And like I said, just go in there being okay with the fact that you might walk out empty-handed. Another question. Ooh, this is a really good one. What impact do you hope to leave on your following? The impact that I hope to leave on anyone who follows me or watches me is that I am someone who has Pfeiffer syndrome and I can do it. Like, I have so many reasons not to do something and not to be able to do something, and I still do it. And I think, like, I'm not saying, oh, I can do it so you can do it. I'm saying evaluate your situation, because even when you think people might be the weakest is when they're the strongest. What do I use to curl my hair? The beach waiver. Nothing to say. Have an amazing day. You have an amazing day too. How did you get into being an admissions advisor? This can be the last one. How I got into being an admissions advisor is I just started applying on Indeed. I did not think that I was qualified for the position, but it didn't require anything other than just submitting my resume, so I did that. And I got a call, I did my phone interview, didn't think I nailed it, but I was offered the position after like 3 rounds of interviews, and one of them was a group interview, which I might make a whole video of just like my process of being an admissions advisor and like what I've learned and how I got the job and like what my interview experience was like. But it was a group interview, which is very, very terrifying. But I knew as soon as I sat down and I looked at the person who I was kind of up against, I sat down and I was like, I need to shine in this interview. So I made sure of that and I won. So yeah, I'm gonna go see if Joe needs any help with dinner. And just like that, it is time for bed. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for spending the day with me. That was so fun. I really love you so much, and I will see you in the next video.